Okay, let's make some biscuits. That's 2 cups of flour I sifted into that bowl and then added 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. And whisked it together and then added a stick of butter that had been frozen and grated. So it's a little bit difficult to get it off that plastic wrap, but you can do it. And once you get that butter in there, you just mix it in. And I just used a spoon. Once you get that mixed in, you can add 3/4 cup of buttermilk, like so, and mix that together. Now this mixture will still be dry, pretty much dry when you pour it out on your board there, but it's okay. It's going to come together. And just pour it out on the board, even though it's dry. It'll be okay. Don't worry. It'll be fine. No worries. It'll be okay. My hands are clean. Cleaner than my shirt. But anyway, just wash your hands off again. And find you whatever you're looking for. Oh, some flour to dust your rolling pin. And just put flour all over your rolling pin and start rolling out your dough there. Scrape it up into a pile and roll it out. And you're going to do this a bunch of times until it looks like biscuit dough. So roll it out, scrape it up, something like that. Fold it over. This will get easier as you continue. It won't always be a dry mess. It will turn into biscuits. So just roll it out again. Scrape it up again. Something like that. Fold it over. And roll it out. And guess what? We're going to do this a bunch more times. So scrape it up. Fold it over. And I learned from another video that this is called a faux lamination, because we're not putting a whole stick all in one layer and doing this. We grated it into little bitty pieces and mixed it in. But it's frozen, so that's going to help with making these biscuits rise, along with that baking powder and salt, of course. Then scrape it up, fold it over, roll it out. And I was preheating the oven to 425 degrees, so that when we do get this all done, I can bake them. And just keep rolling it out, just like that. Or at least that's the way I did it. You may have different ideas, but that's the way I did it. So just roll it out again. Not overly quick here, but it was early and I wasn't quite awake yet. And just keep rolling it out. Add a little bit of flour to the pan as you need it. You don't want to add a lot of flour to it, because that flour is going to go into your dough and make it all, you'll have hardtack if you don't you add too much flour. So We don't want that. We want nice fluffy biscuits. We don't want something that you could throw at somebody. We want something nice. Something you can eat. Something you can chew. Not something that'll break a tooth out. So, keep that flour to a minimum, but put enough that it doesn't stick. So, it's all about balance, I guess. And just keep folding it over. And as you can see, it's starting to turn into a biscuit dough. It's starting to look like something. And just keep going until you get it done. And I think we're almost there. Maybe just 1 or 5 more times. We'll see. Looks about right to me. Let's see if it looks about right to me. There. Yep, it does. So just trim off the edges if you like. I prefer to because helps it rise a little bit if it's not all pinched together at the ends. And you can cut them up into biscuits. I'm making square biscuits here. It's just easier than cutting them out. And you don't have to keep rolling it out or anything after this. Just cut them up, brush the tops with some buttermilk. And once you get those brushed, then you can add them to a pan. I used a cast iron skillet, and I just put a little bit of coconut oil on the bottom of that cast iron skillet and put my biscuits in it. Once I washed my cast iron skillet out, or wiped it out, or whatever I did, cleaned it, oiled it. Any day now. I did oil it. That's what I'm doing. There we go. Nice old cast iron skillet. And I put 3 biscuits in there and cooked them. The rest I froze because they freeze real good. And just baked those biscuits for about 15 minutes till they look something like that. And I already made my dad one and gave it to him because he stays hungry. And I want to keep him happy and full. So, made me an egg, put some salt and pepper on it. A little bit of salt. A little more salt, I guess. And pulled apart a biscuit like that. Added a sausage patty. And a tomato. Now I'm out of homegrown tomatoes, so I had to use a store-bought one, but you use what you got. Just had to fill that egg for some reason. And there you go. It's good.